hospital after a shooting 4.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And the end of January seems like the whole month we've had it pretty easy for a winter month.
Yes, so far. We've had a few snowy days here and there. Of course, it's still well below average, at least on overall snow totals so far. But cloudy and cool again today, as we've been saying it over the past few days. Cloudy and cool, cloudy and cool, cloudy and cool. As we head into the end of the week, things will be on the bright side.
Nice.
Some sunshine in the weekend. But first, we have to get through a wintry mix, if you want to call it that. A light one, nothing major by tomorrow. But for today, though, currently 31 degrees with a feels like temp of 26 with that light east-southeast wind of 5 miles per hour. By the way, the sunrise time, 7:22 this morning. Again, it's getting earlier and earlier. Around the state, similar temperatures with, of course, a common trend. Overcast to cloudy skies and a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet here locally. And for today, a little warmer than yesterday with highs in the mid-30s. Again, remaining quiet for today and into tonight. Tomorrow, a weak clipper system arrives from the northwest, bringing the chance for rain, a light sleet or snow mixture heading into the overnight hours and early Friday. Behind that, we could be seeing some sun into the weekend. We'll talk all about that in detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Oneonta police are on the hunt for a suspect.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning and welcome back. It's time now to look at your morning and evening commute at a glance. And so far, we're not expecting any travel impacts for today. Things are looking quiet, cloudy skies, cool temperatures hovering right now, currently in the low 30s, warming up a few degrees into the mid-30s by this afternoon. As you can see here, though, roads looking clear. Drive times as you head to work today. Nothing on the ordinary, still 18 to 20-minute drive along I-90 from both Verona to Utica. Same thing for Little Falls to Utica, arterial traffic looking normal as usual. Same thing for 5S east and west from Mohawk to Utica. We're looking at a 16 to 17-minute drive. Then finally, Route 49 between Utica to Rome. We're looking at a drive time of between 10 to 12 minutes. No travel impacts for there. And for today, again, cloudy skies for this morning, cloudy skies for this evening. We're looking at dry weather for the most part today. We are tracking a weak system that could bring some light snow and rain tomorrow. We'll talk all about that coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. If you've never heard of...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Yet again, another cloudy but quiet day here in Central New York. Temperatures, though, a little warmer today than yesterday. A live look outside from our camera along Main Street in Cooperstown. We can see a pretty quiet scene here early this morning as you head to work. Again, roads are all dry. Not expecting any form of wintry impact expected for today. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, all is quiet here locally. Those temperatures, again, are hovering in the upper 20s, low 30s. 30 degrees in Westmoreland, 33 Westernville, 27 Otter Lake. Heading up into the Adirondacks, 27 up in Long Lake, 27 degrees Lake Pleasant. Into the Mohawk Valley, 28 Little Falls. And then in the southern valleys, 29 Sherburne and Norwich, 28 degrees, 30 degrees in Cooperstown, 27 in Oneonta. Throughout the day today, again, warming up into the mid-30s. We might struggle to reach the upper 30s with all that cloud cover we're going to be seeing for most of the day today. Wind speeds more calm than the past few days, so we'll feel a little bit warmer as we approach the afternoon hours. Now, regarding chance of rain and snow, we're just combining this all into one graphic here. You can see it remains dry until Thursday. That's when things get a little bit on the unsettled side, but we're not talking about anything major with the next system arriving. It's moisture starved, it's a weak forcing system, and therefore we're not expecting a whole lot. Maybe, if we're lucky, a trace to a dusting of snow in the Mohawk Valley and higher totals in the upsloping regions north. Regarding sun, it's been a cloudy past 2 weeks. It's remaining cloudy today, tomorrow, and into Friday. But right here, we got blue. We got sunshine peeking out finally on Saturday. And not only that, but that sun looks to arrive and continue into the rest of the weekend. The broader picture we got going on is we got high pressure, but we got a low-level inversion keeping things cloudy here in central New York. We might get lucky and see some clearing, but again, that blanket of clouds is very thick near the surface. You can actually see, following that though, heading into Thursday, a weak Clipper system pulling a cold front over our area. And with temperatures marginally around 32 degrees, it could be a mix of sleety type snow and now over to rain showers early, and then finally over a few flurries by Friday morning. And so in our Skycast for today, again, pretty quiet. Temperatures in the mid-30s for highs. Still looking overcast heading into tonight and early tomorrow. Again, tomorrow starts out pretty quiet. Then that system begins to arrive by the afternoon and evening hours. But as you can see here, we're not looking at anything major, just a light dusting of snow here and there. A typical winter event, aside from the fact that it could be seeing some light mixing as well. But we're not expecting any impacts really to the roadways, especially in the lowest elevations. So no issues for the most part for the evening commute on Thursday and the morning commute on Friday. And so for today, overcast skies, highs in the mid-30s. Tonight, cloudy, a low at 32. 7-day forecast, lingering flurries possible Friday morning, but beyond that, we're entering a very atypical, sunny and quiet stretch of wintertime. We head into February with some hopes of sun and plenty of it.
And for many, hopes of snow.
Hopes of snow. So far, it's not looking good for snowmakers, but I will say this for those that are itching to go out on the slopes for all the places up in the Tug Hill region, North Country. I would say this would be a great weekend to do it. Sunny, and it looks like the temperatures will go a little bit above freezing, but enough to where the snow won't be melting too bad.
That's for sure. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:23. Rest of the week follows suit. Meteorologist Eric Gage has a look at what you need to know straight ahead. Today is Wednesday, January 31st, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And it is hump day.
Hump day, and it is a quiet and cool hump day. And correct me if you've heard this before, cloudy. It's cloudy today.
We've heard a lot of that lately, huh? Too much.
Yeah, it's cloudy today and remaining cloudy for tomorrow. We got some light rain and snow arriving tomorrow night, but after that, sun.
Yes.
Sun is on the horizon, guys. Get your hopes up. We're going to see some of it, although it's been blocked out by those clouds for almost the past 2 or so weeks. I'll look at current conditions as you head out this morning. 31 degrees. Feels like 26 with that decent east-southeast wind of 5 miles per hour. And of course, those are sunrise and sunset times right there on the side of your screen. However, it doesn't really matter too much right now since the sun has been rather evasive over the past several days. Around the state, those temperatures still in the upper 20s, low 30s, 30 Hamilton, up at 25 in Saranac Lake. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet here locally, and for today, expect cloudy skies, dry weather, temperatures a little warmer than yesterday, into the mid-30s. Following today, we are tracking a weak Clipper system that could produce some light rain, switching over to sleet and then snow tomorrow night. We're not looking at anything major in terms of accumulation, just a weak system moving through the area. Beyond that, though, things do quiet down. We get a rare stretch of sunshine for a few days. We'll talk about all that coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Good morning and welcome back. With the lack of sun we've been seeing, I felt it was fitting to showcase a weather photo which showed the beautiful sunrise several days ago. This is one from Columbus in New York, sent in by Anne French. A beautiful shot right there of the morning sunrise, and if you can catch it there too, just to the side of the sun is a sundog. It has a little bit of a rainbowish color in the morning. We've treated a lot of these so far in the past several days, but keep your hopes up. We've got some sunshine heading into the weekend. Again, clouds continue today. Weather starts to turn unsettled as we approach tomorrow. It's not a major system like what we saw, for example, over the weekend on Sunday. And by major, I mean impactful regarding commuting, especially in higher elevations. This will just be producing some light rain, light snow, maybe some light sleet. But sunshine, again, does move in this weekend. And for today, again, those temperatures starting out in the upper 20s, low 30s, warming up a few degrees in the mid-30s by this afternoon. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The rescue mission of Utica's drop.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Another cool and cloudy day in store for us here in Central New York. A live look in downtown Cooperstown right now. Things are looking rather quiet as you head out the door this morning. Roads are dry. No impacts expected as you head out the door this morning. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. All is quiet here locally, and those temperatures, again, hovering in the upper 20s, low 30s. 31 out in Sylvan Beach, 30 up in Lewis County and Lowville, 27 up in Otter Lake, 28 Dolgeville, 28 degrees in Little Falls as well. To the south, all the way down in Afton, 28, Unadilla, 30, 27 Oneonta, up in Cooperstown, currently 30 degrees. Today, warming up a few degrees into the mid-30s. The clouds will make it a bit difficult to rise into the upper 30s today. And regarding winds, some of the calmest winds we've seen so far this week. Wind speeds between calm to 5 miles per hour. So again, we're expecting quiet weather for today. Weather turns on the unsettled side as we head into tomorrow, primarily tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. The overnight hours are where the best chance of seeing any sort of rain, sleet, or snow from this Clipper system arriving from the northwest. And regarding clouds, again, it's been cloudy over the past several days, remaining cloudy today, into tomorrow and Friday, but light at the end of the tunnel. We've got sun moving in Saturday and continuing on into Sunday and Monday. The bigger picture, as we can see here, we've got high pressure influencing our weather here locally, but we got an inversion near the surface, keeping things cloudy. These clouds can't really lift too much. But you can see here a weak system pushing through our area heading into tomorrow night and into Friday. And this will cause, at least initially, some light rain, then switching over to sleety type snow and eventually a few flurries by early Friday morning as temperatures gradually cool overnight. And so for today, again, clouds across the area, temperatures in the mid-30s for highs. Tonight, still remaining overcast, lows falling into the upper 20s, low 30s. And then tomorrow afternoon, as you can see here, snow will start to fall, in some cases initially as light rain. Then we'll see these temperatures cool during the overnight hours, switching over to some light flurries heading into the early morning hours on Friday. Then beyond that, Friday afternoon is looking quiet. Maybe if we're lucky, we could see some peaks of sunshine here in parts of the Mohawk Valley. And for today, again, overcast skies, highs in the mid-30s. Tonight, low of 32 with cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast. Again, we got that rain and light sleet and snow mixture heading into Thursday evening into Friday. We're not expecting anything major regarding accumulations. In fact, the Mohawk Valley will miss out on almost all of it, maybe a dusting of snow by Friday morning. Then Groundhog Day moves in. Most likely, he's not going to see a shadow with those overcast skies over across the northeast. But beyond that, sunshine moves in as we head into the weekend and the week after, heading to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And happy last day of January out there. I can't believe it's going to be February already tomorrow.
The year is flying by. The new year arrived, and sure as it came, it's now February, and also a leap year, too. We have the 29th of February this year as well.
A long month ahead.
A long month. One of the long. Yes, and after we've been seeing cloudy skies, lots of cloudy skies, we have a missing poster we have to showcase.
Oh, let's see it.
It's a missing poster. Tell us if you have located it. Please return it to Central New York. Excuse me. Yes, the sun has been missing. If you can find it, please return it here locally. It's been quite a while since we've seen completely blue skies. Currently 31 degrees in Griffiths and Rome. Feels like 31. Winds have calmed a little bit since earlier this morning, and upper 20s, low 30s all across most of central New York with a blanket of thick low-level clouds. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Besides the clouds, things are looking quiet for today as temperatures climb a little bit warmer than yesterday into the mid-30s. And beyond today, we've got another cloudy day tomorrow. This time it will bring with it the chance for some light rain, light snow, maybe even some light sleet mixing in between both of those wintry system events. But beyond that, though, we're tracking some sunshine as we head into the weekend. We'll talk all about that coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Oneonta police are on the hunt for a suspect in a...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning and welcome back. It's looking to be another cool and cloudy day here in central New York, but things are going to be looking dry, especially for your morning and evening commute. As you can see here along the roads of Arterial down to the Route 8, Route 20 intersection, I-90, all looking okay as you head over to work. The drive times this morning, nothing out of the ordinary here. Still 17 to 20 minute drive on I-90 from Verona to Utica. Same thing from Little Falls to Utica. The Arterial, about a 5-6 minute drive between 840 and 790. 5S from Mohawk to Utica and back between a 16 and 19 minute drive. And finally, Route 49 from Utica to Rome, about a 10 to 11 minute drive this morning. So for your CommuteCast today, looking at overcast skies this morning, dry roads, same thing as we head into the evening hours, still looking at dry conditions. No travel impacts are expected as you head to and from work. And taking a look at your evening commute, again looking at mostly cloudy skies. You can see here green across the board. We are tracking a wintry system that could impact some spots in higher elevations tomorrow night. We'll talk all about that coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Well, if you've never heard of film...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back again. Happy Wednesday. Another cool and cloudy day here locally. Quiet though, with no impacts expected as you head to and from work today. A live look outside in Cooperstown right now. A beautiful shot of Main Street. It's still, again, a little cool out there this morning, but warmer than we typically see to start out days at the end of January. Currently, it is in the upper 20s, low 30s. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We can see things are quiet here locally all across central New York. And for today, those temperatures starting out, again, in the upper 20s, low 30s. 31 Westmoreland, 33 Westernville, 27 Otter Lake, 27 Inlet to the south, Dolgeville and Little Falls with 28 degrees. To the south, 30 Cooperstown, 26 Genevas, 27 Oneonta, and 30 degrees down in Unadilla. Throughout the day, we warm up a few degrees. Some of the models indicate highs approaching the upper 30s. With the cloudy skies, it might be a bit difficult to achieve that, at least for most of today. The winds will be a bit more on the calm side compared to what we saw over the past few days. Wind speeds between, of course, calm winds to as high as 5 to 6 miles per hour. And again, we are still in this quiet stretch of weather. remaining quiet and dry for today, tonight, and early tomorrow. Things turn a little bit on the unsettled side as we approach tomorrow evening and the overnight hours into early Friday. Now regarding clouds, again, it's remaining cloudy today, cloudy tomorrow, cloudy Friday, but then as we head into the weekend, things are trending on the sunny side. So the bigger picture, normally, for example, in the summertime, we would be seeing complete sunshine today, but in the wintertime, with low-level moisture trapped near the surface, we've got this inversion taking place. So although it's quiet, these clouds are stubborn, they're sticking around, even though there's no active weather taking place. You can see here, though, heading into Thursday night into early Friday, that's when we're talking about a weak system, a clipper bringing in a cold front, and of course, a chance for some light rain and snow heading into the overnight hours tomorrow. Our Skycast, of course, showing temperatures starting out in the upper 20s, low 30s, warming up into the mid 30s for highs. Still overcast skies this evening, overcast tonight, overcast skies tomorrow. Then as we head into Thursday afternoon, that's when things get more on the active side. Upsloping could cause a few flurries north, but as the system moves over central New York, Mohawk Valley will remain above freezing before the system arrives. Because of that, it'll initially start out as rain showers, then switching over to a snowy sleet mix, eventually to light snow by Friday morning. Again, this is not a major system. We could be seeing barely anything here in the Mohawk Valley. Accumulations will be primarily isolated to higher elevations north. For today, though, highs in the mid-30s. Overcast skies tonight, cloudy, a low of 32. 7-day forecast, light at the end of the tunnel. We've got Groundhog Day, bringing a few flurries and cloudy skies. My guess is still he's not going to always see his shadow, but beyond that, if he waited maybe a day or two, he'd be able to see it with all that sun arriving heading into the weekend.
Yeah, beautiful days ahead.
Beautiful days. Not typical for this time of year, but we'll take it to start out the first several days of February.
Yeah, after all this cloudiness. And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. January 31st, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And we are ending January pretty much like the whole month was, pretty much not as bad as January usually is.
Yeah, got some snowy systems here and there, but nothing that we haven't seen in New York, at least over the past several years. It is cool today, but guess what word I'm going to say?
Sun.
Lack of it. Lack of it, yes. Sun is non-existent for today. It's looking on the cloudy side. But we do have a missing poster. Please, if anyone has seen it, return to central New York. We miss it here. It's been a while. And yes, we have been seeing a lack of sun here in the local area for the past, I would say even close to several weeks. Currently, 31 degrees with cloudy skies at Griffith and Rome, and around the state, temperatures hovering in the upper 20s, low 30s. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. Besides the clouds, today, it's going to be looking dry with quiet conditions this afternoon. Temperatures a little warmer than yesterday in the mid-30s. Following today, again, cloudy tonight, cloudy starting out tomorrow. We're tracking a weak clipper system, bringing rain, maybe some snow overnight. This won't be looking to be anything major, but it will be the only real notable system bringing any sort of rain or snow for the next 7 or so days. So we'll talk about that, plus the trailing sunshine this weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Breaking overnight, House Republicans.
Welcome back. With the lack of sunshine we've been seeing over the past several days, I felt it fitting to showcase a weather photo this morning of a beautiful sunrise we saw a few weeks ago. Take a look at this right here. A beautiful shot in Columbus, New York from Anne French. As you can see here, blue skies, that elusive sun in the background, and you look to the side of the sun, you actually see a sundog as well, almost a rainbowish color off to the left of it. And if you would like to submit your photo like this one, here to be shown on News Channel 2 at sunrise, and of course on our social media pages as well. Send it to that link right there, wktv.com/weather/pics, and of course include your name if you want credit. What to expect for today? Well, clouds do continue. Unsettled weather arrives tomorrow evening, starting out as rain, switching over to some light snow. It's nothing major, but because it's the only system we're tracking that will be producing any sort of precipitation over the next few days, that's the one thing we'll be tracking. Beyond that, though, we're looking at sunshine this weekend. All about that coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. The Rescue Mission of Utica's Drop-In Center opened to
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. We got another cloudy day in store for us today, but things are trending on the quiet side and a little bit warmer than yesterday. A live look right now in the city of Utica. From our camera on the Nexus Center, we can see, of course, what looks to be blue skies, but just that low-level cloud layer near the surface. Traffic, of course, is picked up as the morning rush hour continues on. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. All is quiet here in central New York. We're not looking to be seeing anything major regarding weather systems. We do have one arriving tomorrow night and into early Friday, but that looks to be producing a light dusting of snow, if that, in the lowest elevations, maybe a coating a couple inches in higher elevations. Local temperatures across the area hovering in the upper 20s, low 30s. 26 Lake Pleasant, 31 Westmoreland, 33 Westernville, 31 degrees out in Sylvan Beach. To the south, Cooperstown 30, 27 Oneonta, 26 Nevis, and 30 degrees in Unadilla. And for today, warming up only a few degrees into the mid-30s. We're struggling to reach the upper 30s with that cloud layer near the surface. Winds, though, will be more calm, what we've seen the past few days, between calm winds to as high as 5 to 6 miles per hour. Now, regarding our chance of rain, chance of snow, it's looking dry for today, tonight, and over tomorrow. But as we head into tomorrow night, things get a little bit on the unsettled side, bringing the chance for light rain, switching over to sleet, light sleet, and eventually some lingering light flurries heading into early Friday. And then regarding clouds, of course, cloudy today, cloudy Thursday, cloudy Friday, but heading into the weekend, so we could be seeing a nice stretch of sunshine, not only for one day, but for several in a row. But here locally, in the summertime, with the warmer temperatures, higher sun angle, we'll be seeing plentiful sunshine today, but we've got high pressure, but this inversion near the surface here, keeping these clouds trapped near the low levels. That's why we're seeing these overcast blanketed clouds over the past few days. Heading into tonight, or at least tomorrow night into early Friday, we can see that wintry system moving into the area. And of course, it's nothing major, but it could be producing a dusting of snow in some spots as high as a couple inches max in the highest elevations. So on our Skycast for today, of course, showcasing clouds, plenty of clouds. And cloudy skies tonight, cloudy skies tomorrow. Almost a broken record with the amount of clouds you've been seeing recently. But as we head into tomorrow night, again, that system moves through. You can see it producing some light snow, maybe some rain with that green mixing in. Those valley temperatures do start out above freezing. Then by early Friday, things wind down, and then we quiet down with weather, at least for the near future following Friday. And for today, highs in the mid-30s, overcast skies tonight. A little 32 with cloudy skies. 7-day forecast. Looks like Phil will be not seeing his shadow. I'm still banking on that for the Groundhog Day, seeing a shadow versus not seeing a shadow. But if he waited until Saturday or Sunday, he definitely would, because we got all that sunshine moving in.
Well, about time.
About time. It's been quite a while since we've seen all that sun.
That's for sure. Still ahead right here on Sunrise, a big boost in Otsego County.
Now, the news with Gary Lipitor and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And we haven't seen the sun in quite a while, but get ready. I think you mentioned 4 straight days of it, huh?
It's on the horizon. We got to get through some cloudy days and a potential light wintry mix tomorrow. But beyond that, though, things are looking on the bright side. So what to expect for your final day of January? Well, lack of sun. As a matter of fact, it's gone missing. If you found it, please return it to central New York. We got a missing sun out there. And for today, as you can see in the backdrop there, cloudy skies, temperature 31 degrees. Those sunrise times getting a little earlier, but yet again, with all those clouds, it doesn't really matter too much here locally. Around the state, temperature-wise, upper 20s, low 30s this morning. Quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. And for today, expect cloudy skies, temperatures hovering a little bit above what we saw yesterday. Quiet with cloudy skies tonight. Again, we're tracking a system tomorrow that could bring initially rain, then a sleety type snow, a little bit, then over to snow showers by early Friday morning. The system won't be anything major, but with the lack of weather we're going to be seeing over the next several days, it'll be the only notable one we're going to be talking about, at least heading into tomorrow and Friday. We'll talk about that, plus that all too elusive sunshine this weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Oneonta police are on the hunt for a suspect.
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's looking to be yet another cloudy day here in central New York, but things will be looking on the quiet side. I'm taking a live look right now in Oneonta from our camera atop Partwick College. We can see, of course, it's still a little snowy out there on the grassy surfaces, but again, main road's looking okay. Same thing as yesterday. No impacts are expected as you head to and from work today. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. Again, all quiet here in central New York, and those temperatures are hovering in the low to mid 30s, 33 degrees in Westernville, 31 in Westmoreland. Heading to the south, 28 in Little Falls as well as Dolgeville. Same thing in the southern valleys, upper 20s, low 30s, 28 Oneonta, 26 Skanevis, 30 degrees in Cooperstown. And throughout the day today, temperatures climb into the mid 30s for highs. Might be struggling to reach the upper 30s with that lack of sunshine this afternoon. Winds, however, will be a bit more on the calm side, calm to 5-mile-per-hour winds. Clouds remain the dominant weather system, at least here locally, for the next few days. Things will change, though. On the bright side as we head into the weekend, starting Saturday and into Sunday. First, though, the broader picture, we've got high pressure keeping things quiet here locally, but typically with high pressure, we think sunshine. Well, in the wintertime, when there's a low-level inversion keeping these clouds trapped near the surface, it's really hard for those clouds to lift with the low sun angle and those cooler days. And as you can see here, remaining relatively overcast for most of the day today into tonight. Then by tomorrow, that weak Clipper system, as you're mentioning, pushes through the area. You'll be seeing light rain mixing in with possibly some sleety-type snow and eventually a few flakes by very early Friday morning. So more locally on our Skycast, you can see, of course, cloudy skies, temperatures today climbing into the mid-30s. Tonight, cloudy skies. Tomorrow, starting out with cloudy skies once more. But tomorrow evening is when we're seeing that system push through the area, bringing, again, light rain initially in parts of the Mohawk Valley, then switching over to the possibility of some sleety-type snow heading into the overnight hours into early Friday morning. But again, the snow is not expected to accumulate too much, primarily only in the highest elevations north. For today, though, highs in mid-30s, overcast skies. Tonight, a low 32, cloudy skies, 7-day forecast. Sunshine at the end of the tunnel. Heading into Saturday and Sunday, sunny, temperatures hovering in the low to mid-30s. Yet again, another cloudy day here across central New York this afternoon. Temperatures a little warmer than yesterday here in the mid-30s with less breezy wind chills. A live look across central New York on the Mesnack Camera Network. Of course, we can see a pretty common trend. We got clouds across the board. We got this stubborn low-level inversion near the surface, keeping things pretty cloudy in what should be a sunny afternoon if temperatures were a little bit warmer and it was later on in the season. Currently 35 officially at Griffinson Rome with calm winds. Feels like 35 degrees. And throughout the day today, we're going to be hovering that 36, 37 degree mark here in the Mohawk Valley. Of course, a little cooler as you head into the higher elevations. But regardless, quiet weather in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. And for today, highs in the mid-30s, overcast skies again. We're tracking a not so notable, but enough to at least mention it, snow and rain in the forecast for tomorrow. Beyond that, though, we do have that all-too-elusive sunshine in our 7-day forecast. Talk all about that coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. The Illinois election.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. Happy Wednesday again, everyone. And for today, yet another cloudy one in store for us. A little warmer, though. We'll take that here in central New York. A live look at Oneonta from our camera atop Hartwick College. Snow is starting to melt in some spots, but still a decent snowpack in some higher elevations. But unfortunately, for some locations where the snow is melting, refreezing, there are some icy spots on top of those snowpacks. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Of course, everything is quiet here locally, and those temperatures this afternoon warming up a little bit. 37 degrees in Whitesboro, 34 Little Falls, 31 just below freezing inlet, 35 out in Lowville. To the south, 35 Sherburne, 30 degrees Nevis, 33 in Cooperstown, and 30 degrees down in Oneonta. What to expect for the rest of the day today? Well, temperatures will remain in the mid to upper 30s in some spots, cooling down as we head into the late afternoon to early evening. Wind speeds remaining calm, clouds remaining stubborn, and regarding rain or snow chances, well, still looking dry for the rest of the day today. Now, adding a few things to our cloud forecast, calling it the Grumpy Cast, because I'm pretty sure, including myself, it's been a very blah stretch of weather with all the clouds. But as you can see here, there's smiles on Saturday. We've got some sunshine moving in, heading into the weekend. And based off the latest data coming in so far this afternoon, that stretch could last even into the middle of next week as a traffic jam occurs in the atmosphere. Regarding wind chill, we're talking about a little bit, not too prominent, but enough to mention. Heading into Friday night into early Saturday, in fact, this should be switched around right here, Saturday being the coolest of this. We're looking at wind chills Saturday reaching roughly between 10 to 15 degrees. Not too bad again, but compared to the 30s we've been seeing, at least for today, it's going to feel a little bit on the cooler side. So the bigger picture, we've got this trapped level of moisture near the surface, keeping things cloudy. Heading into tomorrow night, and eventually Friday, we're going to see this weak system move in from the northwest. And notice it's producing light snow, light rain, light sleet. The accumulation will be negligible, primarily in the highest elevations, just upslope near the Tug Hill area. We'll see the most amount of accumulation, but here in the valley, we're going to see almost nothing. And so in our Skycast for today, again, cloudy skies, temperatures hovering in the mid-30s, cooling down into the low 30s, upper 20s tonight. Then tomorrow, starting out quiet. Tomorrow afternoon, that's when things will get somewhat unsettled, but again, we're not looking at anything major with this system, just a few passing light snow showers, flurries, and of course sprinkles in the lowest elevations. And for today, highs in the mid-30s, mostly overcast skies tonight, cloudy, a low of 32. 7-day forecast. Beyond the Groundhog Day on Friday, we are looking at sunshine and plenty of it, Gary. Are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready. 4 straight days of it.
And could be even longer.
Get the bathing suits out. Eric, thanks. Well, U.S. officials in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Eric Gage.
Still tracking some clouds across the area this afternoon, remaining cloudy this evening and into tonight and for the next few days. But that will change as we head into the weekend. First, though, a live look at downtown Utica right now. Overcast skies, temperatures currently in the mid-30s, 35 officially in Rome, 34 Hamilton, already 40 degrees as we head out to Rochester, 39 out in Syracuse. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Things are quiet as of now. We are tracking a minor system heading into our region by tomorrow night and into early Friday. It's nothing major, but of course, with the quiet weather approaching us this weekend, it'll be the only real notable weather maker producing any rain or snow for the near term. So again, for today, again, cloudy skies, temperatures in the mid-30s. We're talking about that weak system coming into our area tomorrow night and into Friday. Then beyond that, we're talking about all that sunshine in the forecast for the weekend and beyond. Details on that coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. A frightening situation at a hotel.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. We're continuing to track cool but relatively quiet conditions here in Central New York with those stubborn clouds sticking around. Taking a live look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet as of this afternoon. Turning on our camera to the Nexus camera, however, look at this. We could be seeing, is it blue in that corner right there? Is it that ultra-elusive blue sky I've been struggling to find so much? The cloud layer today is basically this low-level trapped moisture near the surface. And normally in warmer days, it'd be completely sunny. We got high pressure in place. So this stubborn cloud layer will try its best to remain in the area, but if we're lucky, hopefully some areas, especially out in western Oneida County, could see some elusive peaks of sunshine before things turn cloudy again tonight and cloudy for the next few days. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s here in the Mohawk Valley, 38 Whitesboro, 37 Westmoreland, a little cooler as we head up north, 31 Outer Lake and Inlet to the south, 36 Sherburne, 30 degrees in Skenevis, 30 as well in Oneonta. And those temperatures remain in the mid to upper 30s, cooling down as we head into the evening and overnight hours. Regarding winds remaining calm. Regarding at least rain showers or snow, none is expected, and same thing for clouds. It's looking to be on the cloudy side. Remaining cloudy for the next few days, but as you see right here on our grumpy cast, because of course for me, not seeing sun after a while, I like to see some sun, brings up my mood a little bit. So we got sunshine heading in on Saturday into Sunday and hopefully into the beginning and middle of next week if things continue to set up the way they are. Regarding wind chill, we're not talking about anything major with cool conditions, but enough to mention it as we head into the weekend. Saturday, those wind chills will be in the teens in some spots, with the breezy conditions and temperatures in the 20s to low 30s. Just a heads up for that if you have any plans this weekend. It'll be a bit on the cooler side, but again, nothing major. Another thing we're tracking too as well is we got a weak clipper system moving in from the northwest, bringing light rain, light snow, light flurries to our area. We're not looking at anything too significant in terms of accumulation here in the Mohawk Valley. We're thinking maybe little to even trace amounts of dusting of snow max. But in higher elevations, could see a little bit more, especially in the upsloping sides of those hilltops on the northwestern side of Lewis County. As you can see here locally, those temperatures remaining in the 30s and 20s over the next 24 to 48 hours. Then you can see that clipper system move through, keeping things on the unsettled side heading into tomorrow night and Friday. Clouds today, clouds tonight. Clouds for the next few days with, again, chances for light rain and snow Thursday night into Friday, but after that, say goodbye to the clouds and say hello to the sunshine. We're talking about sun for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, hopefully into next the middle of next week. Gary?
Putting some smiles on people's faces.
Hope I am.
Eric, thanks. The rescue mission of Utica.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Pretty quiet weather across the region, another cloudy day, although a few of us saw a very brief glimpse of sunshine today, especially west of Utica. Don't think we're going to get that lucky tomorrow. We're going to continue to see overcast skies tonight. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperature-wise, it's been pretty mild. 37 degrees is the current temperature at Griffiths and Rome. And I think we're going to generally stay above freezing tonight, so there will be less ice, at least for the lower elevations. We'll be getting into this thaw and refreeze pattern here over the past couple of days. Flurries do look to return tomorrow, along with a few sprinkles in the lower elevations. The weather looks a lot nicer as we head into the weekend. For those of you patiently waiting for sunshine, I think we have several opportunities for that beginning this weekend. This evening, temperatures will be in the 30s, cloudy skies, calm winds. Again, tracking a few light flurries in the air tomorrow. We're taking a look at that and a look towards the weekend, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Continuing coverage now, a developer is...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. It's another cloudy evening across central New York. Our current temperature in downtown Utica, 36 degrees. It's been above freezing, and it feels mild for the end of January. We are continuing to see brighter and brighter evenings despite the lack of sunshine. As we head towards 6 p.m., here's how it looks across the area with the ever-changing sunset times. Tonight, the sunset's at 5:11, so it's still dark at 6 o'clock. But as we head into the next couple of weeks, you'll start to notice a little bit more twilight, especially in about 2 to 3 weeks from now. It'll start to brighten up around 6 o'clock. And our sunset becomes after 6 as we head into March. And then, of course, the clocks change. And in 2 months from now, our sunsets will be well after 7. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet. It's been dry, even though the clouds look ominous. We really haven't seen much activity here today. Whitesboro, 36 degrees. Westernville, 38. Dolgeville, 34. Little Falls, 34. Still below freezing in the Adirondacks, but most of us are above freezing. Cooperstown, 34. Skinevus, 30. Oneonta with 30 degrees. Again, pretty quiet weather. We are tracking a very weak disturbance that drops in from the northwest. This will bring a few very light flurries and rain showers to our area as we head into tomorrow, as well as early Friday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, cloudy skies tonight. Temperatures stay very close to freezing in the Mohawk Valley, so the snow will very, very slowly melt. Heading into tomorrow, cloudy skies. A few flurries take place, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. A light breeze, temperatures climb into the mid-30s. Pretty quiet here tomorrow evening, and then some snow showers arrive tomorrow night as well as early Friday. Again, very little accumulation is expected between tomorrow night, as well as Friday. This activity is very light. And we may see a few breaks of sunshine late Friday, but there will be a much better chance of seeing sunshine heading into the weekend. Cloudy skies tonight, low temperature of 32. Overcast skies tomorrow, some flurries in the higher elevations, sprinkles in the lower spots. 38 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Friday, a few flurries linger into the morning, but most of the day looks dry, 37. The sunshine comes out over the weekend as the wind direction changes. It looks like a nice weather pattern here heading into next week. We are unusually quiet, and we're expecting temperatures to be in the 30s. We're going to talk about snowfall and how much we've fallen behind as we round the corner into February.
Bill, thank you.
Well, it's a way of dealing with distress. Meteorologist Bill Cardis talking about the lack of snow.
Yeah, for January, we picked up 15.5 inches, which is the snowiest month that we've had so far, but that's not enough to keep average with the pace that we usually see. Remember, we get 95 inches of snow in an average season. So as of today, 22.4 inches for the city of Utica, where we take our measurements. Compared that to today's date, 55.8 inches is what we would be considered normal. We're running behind by almost 3 feet. And when you look at the extended forecast, we're just going to continue to rack up this very, very large snowfall deficit. For those of you that keep asking about, is there going to be a drought with the lack of snow? Well, we've been getting plenty of rain. The water table is very high, and there's no concerns for a drought with, again, rain or snow. As long as we're getting some kind of precipitation, that keeps the water table high. And over the next couple of days, we are actually going to get into a drier weather pattern. Temperatures will be above freezing during the days. And it's been pretty mild at night, too. If you're taking the dog out for a walk this evening, again, things look pretty quiet looking at dry conditions on the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Tonight's featured dog, Calico from Skylar. Temperatures this evening in the 30s. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. We're tracking, again, some mild conditions and some sunshine heading into the weekend. A look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
The Empire State Winter Games torch relay stopped in Oneida today on its way to Lake Placid.
Community Bank is the title sponsor of the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're continuing to track a cloudy weather pattern, but we do have some sunshine in our future. Let's take a live look in Old Forge, 31 degrees, some snow on the ground, but again, we really haven't seen much snow here lately, and with temperatures near freezing, it's going to be a slow snow melt here over the next couple of days. We're searching for sunshine. By the way, I got to give credit to meteorologist Eric Gage for making this one. They got a chuckle out of it. So we talk about searching for sunshine, but let's do it through emojis. Things do get better as we head into the weekend. We should see some sunshine, and I think that's really going to brighten up the mood. It can be pretty tough this time of the year if you really like the outdoors and really enjoy the sunshine, because again, we've had a really long stretch of weather where we haven't seen much of it lately. Let's take a look at January as it wraps up today. It's not official, but it looks like we're going to finish the month about 6 degrees above average. We had a stretch of weather about the third weekend where it was cooler than average. But you can see a lot more red than blue here. Temperatures have been running way above average, and it's the overnight lows in particular running about 10 degrees above average. A lot of that has to do with cloud cover and the lack of snow. We have not fallen below zero at Griffis and Rome this month or this winter season. We got close, though. We got down to 1 degree. It was 2 weekends ago. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet across the region. Sky watchers are checking in with temperatures near or above freezing. Clinton 37, Whitesboro 37, Norway 35, Inlet 30, Carroll and Worcester with 33, and Morris with 33. Weather patterns look pretty quiet. We have a weak disturbance dropping in from the north. That'll bring us a few flurries into the area tomorrow night and Friday, but very little accumulation is expected. Cloud cover persists. Tonight, overcast skies, temperatures fall to around freezing. Tomorrow, we start out cloudy, we'll finish with clouds. A few flurries show up in the afternoon, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Again, little accumulation is expected. Tomorrow night, some light snow showers and flurries. These linger into Friday morning. This is 7 a.m. Again, some light snow showers and flurries early in the day, and then we get a chance to dry out. We might see a few breaks of sunshine late in the day, but I think there's going to be a better chance for sunshine heading into Saturday. Cloudy skies tonight, low of 32. Cloudy skies tomorrow, some flurries, some sprinkles in the air, 38 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Groundhog Day is Friday. Locally, it's cloudy. We'll have some flurries in the morning, 37 for the high. The weekend looks nice. Partly sunny skies Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the mid-30s. Mostly sunny skies Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures remain in the mid to upper 30s as we head into the middle of next week. We'll be right back.
Sixers Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
We are tracking additional cloud cover that's going to continue for a couple more days. For those of you that are anxious to see the sunshine and you didn't get any glimpses today, I think the weekend is going to be your best bet. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're sitting at 37 degrees. It's been a mild stretch of weather, particularly at night. We've seen some very mild overnight lows throughout this month of January. And we're sitting, again, currently at 37. We'll see temperatures tonight only in the low 30s. So there'll be less ice formation possible. Still some melting snow, but black ice, there's a lower chance of that happening tonight. Flurries return tomorrow, and again, sunshine is expected as we head into the weekend. Pretty quiet stretch of weather ahead. Cloudy skies this evening, temperatures in the 30s. Again, we're tracking when the sunshine comes out, and also a look back at the month of January as it officially wraps up today. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A Democrat who hopes to.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Cloud cover continues to persist across central New York. This is a live look in downtown Utica, and it's been keeping temperatures pretty mild at night and not so warm during the day. It's given us that damp, dreary feeling, and that's going to continue over the next 2 days before the weather starts to change. Can you believe January ends today? Let's take a look back at the month temperature-wise. The coolest stretch of weather compared to average was the third week of January. We had a cold weekend where temperatures were in the teens, but other than that, it has been solidly above average, and you might not have noticed it because the high temperatures were only 2 degrees above average, but the overnight lows were more than 10 degrees above average. A lot of that has to do with the cloud cover. Saw an extensive cloud cover throughout the month of January, and also the general absence of snow, making those overnight lows warmer than what we would typically see. As we head into February, it looks like temperatures will be trending warmer for the first week or so, and then we'll see what happens after that. We don't like to go too far into the future here. The winter, always a challenge to predict. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Pretty quiet across the region. Sky watchers are checking in with temperatures around freezing or above freezing. Clinton 37, Boonville 33, Newport 35, Ilion 37. Milford with 33 degrees, Paynes Hollow 32. Pretty quiet weather pattern in place. We're watching a weak disturbance dropping in from the north. This will bring us a few flurries, a few late snow and rain showers here as we head into tomorrow night, and Friday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, the clouds linger overnight. Temperatures only drop into the low 30s. Cloudy skies Thursday. A few flurries show up in the afternoon, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Little accumulation is expected. High temperatures climb into the mid-30s. Snow showers continue tomorrow night and into early Friday. Again, little accumulation is expected. Temperatures will climb into the mid-30s as we head into Friday afternoon. We might see a few breaks of sunshine late in the day. Fingers crossed for that. I think there's going to be a much better chance of seeing sunshine as we head into the weekend. Cloudy skies tonight, low temperature of 32. Tomorrow, clouds, a few flurries, a few sprinkles in the afternoon and evening, a high temperature of 38. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Groundhog Day is Friday, 37 for the high, a few flurries in the morning. Saturday, Sunday, partly sunny skies. Temperatures remain in the 30s. A nice stretch of weather and opportunities for sunshine as we head into next week. And I think a lot of us are really looking forward to that.
Well, it's nice that it was cold enough where ski hills were able to make their snow.
Yes.
So I feel like everyone's still getting their winter recreation, and maybe not the snowmobilers, but,
Right.
but I'm hoping the big Stella storm of 2024 isn't looming because of all of this nicer weather.
You know what's crazy about that? Even if we were to get something of that magnitude, we'd still be behind on snowfall. It's incredible how far behind we are.
But no drought.
No drought.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, some key or first look at the forecast tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. And this is a graphic that still catches you off guard. How far behind we are in snowfall. Not precipitation, mind you, but snowfall.
Right. We had 15 inches of snow for the month of January, which is the snowiest it's been all winter, but we haven't been able to keep up with the average. Again, 95 inches is the average for the season, so for today's date, we're just over 55 inches, but that puts us behind by, which is going to be 3 feet by tomorrow.
Wow.
So that's incredible. I mean, even the largest storm of all time would still not be enough to get us to average.
That doesn't happen to us very often.
Yeah, we've got a long, long way to go here to climb back to what's typical here in central New York. And as we look ahead, the weather just doesn't look to favor snow anytime soon. It's actually a very quiet weather pattern heading into the first week of February. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, looking at dry conditions. Current temperature is 35 degrees. We've had some very mild nights. It's going to be another mild night. We're looking at overnight lows in the low 30s, cloudy skies. Tracking more clouds tomorrow, some very light flurries in the forecast, but we're looking at when the sun finally makes an appearance. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, FBI Director.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica tonight. Our temperature 35 degrees. It's above freezing at this hour. Not very common in the month of January, but it has been this particular month. We've been getting a lot of cloudy skies and very mild conditions. In fact, January as a whole, as today being the last day, is estimated to be about 6 degrees above average. It might not have felt all that warm. That's because the daytime highs were only 2 degrees above average. It was the overnight lows that were very noticeable, over 10 degrees above average. We have not seen temperatures below zero at Griffis and Rome. The coldest stretch of weather was the middle of the month, that third week of January, especially that weekend. But other than that week, it's been very warm compared to average. Particularly the last week, you'd see temperatures averaging 12 to almost 20 degrees above normal. And this milder weather is going to stick around. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Weather looks dry. We've got a lot of cloud cover in place. We're going to be tracking a weak disturbance that drops in from the north. This will produce a few very light flurries and a continuation of cloud cover as, again, it drops in tonight and tomorrow. Looking at our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, overcast skies tonight. Temperatures start out in the low to mid 30s tomorrow morning. Again, for, well, it would be February tomorrow. That's not all that cold. Temperatures will remain in the 30s throughout the day. A few light snow showers and flurries fall, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Little accumulation is expected. Heading into tomorrow night, more scattered snow showers. Again, little accumulation expected. A few of these flurries linger into Friday morning, but then we get a chance to dry out, and we might even see a few breaks of sunshine late Friday afternoon. There's an outside chance of that happening, but I think there's going to be a better chance of sunshine heading into Saturday. Cloudy skies tonight, low temperature of 32. Cloudy skies tomorrow, a few flurries in the air, a high of 38. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Groundhog Day on Friday. He better not see a shadow. No. A few flurries in the air. It is overcast here in central New York. Sunshine is expected over the weekend. A nice flip in the weather pattern expected. And sunshine looks to prevail early next week, too, with highs in the 30s.
Just call him Punk.
Yeah.
Punk Satani. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, a local business giving back to the next generation. Past tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. And we are talking about snowfall because we haven't had much.
Yeah.
Not even just this month, the entire winter.
Yeah, and we had been running behind by quite a bit. We had 15 inches of snow for the month of January. That's still behind the pace. And so we've been slowly building up this snowfall deficit. We've been getting plenty of rain, so the water table is full, and this is not going to cause any drought issues. But that number is significant. We're going to be approaching 3 feet behind average. Even the largest storm ever recorded in Utica wouldn't be enough to put us over or put us up to average here. So,
yeah, so don't hope for a superstorm, please.
Yeah, even, again, it's just remarkable how over the course of time these numbers add up. And we're going to continue to add up that deficit here throughout the course of this week as we really don't have much winter weather going on. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Cloud cover is going to continue tonight, and it's very mild. Our temperature is 35 degrees, another night above freezing. Again, this is the end of January. It's supposed to be the coldest time of the year, and it's anything but. Tonight, we're looking at overnight lows in the low 30s, cloudy skies, a little bit of light flurries tomorrow. We're tracking a return to sunshine for the weekend. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, FBI Director.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. Another cloudy night across central New York. Our temperature above freezing. How about that for the end of January? This is a live look in downtown Utica. It's been a very mild month, and it's been the overnight lows that have been much, much warmer than usual. The month of January ending tonight, and it looks like it's going to be about 6 degrees above average. We'll wait for the official numbers to come in. The average high temperature, 2 degrees above average, but the average lows, 10 degrees above average. So a lot of the warmth was happening at night. We did have a stretch of weather that was cooler than average in the third week of January, along with that really cold weekend. But other than that, the milder than average weather has been dominating. Again, it's the overnight lows that have been really skewing these numbers. It looks like February is going to follow this pattern. At least this warmer weather will stick around into the first part of February. And then after that, we'll just see what happens. Because again, the weather in the wintertime could be very chaotic. I know it's been mild pretty much from start to finish so far, but you never know. We still have a few more weeks to go. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look pretty quiet across the region. Cloudy skies continue. Watching a very weak disturbance dropping in from the north. This is expected to produce a few flurries and some light snow showers in our area as we head into late tomorrow night, and Friday. That, again, does not produce very much accumulation. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. Cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-30s. So a very warm start to our Thursday, again, for February standards. Yeah, February tomorrow. How about that? Cloudy skies throughout Thursday. Temperatures, again, climb into the mid-30s. A few light snow showers show up in the afternoon. Little accumulation is expected. Snow showers tomorrow night as well as early Friday. Again, little accumulation is expected. Temperatures Friday afternoon climb into the mid-30s. We might see a few breaks of sunshine late in the day on Friday, but I think there's going to be a better chance for sunshine over the weekend. Cloudy skies tonight, low of 32. Tomorrow, clouds, flurries, a few sprinkles possible, 38 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Groundhog Day Friday, you better not see a shadow. It's cloudy here, 37 for the high.
Here's your warning, punks.
Sunshine over the weekend, beautiful conditions heading into early next week. Plenty of sunshine. It's going to feel nice. A lot of us really looking forward to it. It's just been, for those of us that like the sunshine, it has been a brutal stretch of weather.
I think you should wear the top hat on Friday and tell everyone, hey, we got sunshine for 5 days.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, a local